It's amazing if the God exists. So if the God exists, first things first, where is God? No thanks. We are not gods. We are not gods. We are all gods. What? Why? Why are we all gods? And who gave us this? Who gave us this title? Wait, when I was born, I don't remember anyone saying, here, she's born, she's a god. She is a god. Nobody called me a god. I've never been called a god. And I don't want anything to do with that label at all. I'm just me. Why would I want to be a god? What is wrong with people? You're a god, okay? What do you mean by you are a god? Angel Jenny, what do you mean? When you say you are a god, and it's even a big G, so what do you mean by you are a god? What does that mean? Please explain. Angel Jenny God. What do you mean you're a god? Please, King, I'm going to bring you up one more time. And if your connection fails, then I won't bring you up. I'm going to bring you up one more time. And
yeah, sorry, I had to switch networks. I had to switch my network. So I don't plan to stay long or something. So I just want to say a few things. So if, can we continue from where we stopped?
Yes.
You were asking me something.
Mm-hmm. So why spirituality for us? Why?
Okay, so whether we accept or not, and whatever I'm saying on this live, I'm not enforcing any belief on anyone. This is not religion. So I want us to sit down, meditate on what I'm saying, and ask yourself if it relates to you. Do you understand? So, as Africans, we've had people who have lived before us, people who gave birth to people who gave birth to us, people who gave birth to people that, like, let's say our grandfathers, grandparents, and people that are of ancient times that they call Africans. Okay, so they have what they understand as um
He's gone again. Are you gone again? If you are, then that's it for today. I don't need to bring him back up. No, he's just been going up, down, up, down, up, down. It's not nice. It's not nice. Yeah, it's just stopping the flow of the conversation. When you have good network, you can come back. But in the meantime, guys, do me a favor, tap on your screens, share the live stream. Thank you for the 10.3K likes. I appreciate the tapping. Now, this is the richest pastor in Nigeria, this one. This one, I have no idea where this one came from. This guy says he has been given a mission to clean up Christianity in Nigeria. He said he was preaching the false doctrine for 30 years. But all of a sudden, he had I don't know what it was. He just woke up one day and realized he had been doing it wrong. So in his mind, he thinks he's now doing it right. Why? Because he has said tithing is a scam. Don't pay tithe. But he still preaches the Jesus thing. We still go ahead and we preach that, which is fine. But can anyone prove the existence of this Jesus? Where is Jesus now? Now, as we speak, where is Jesus? Where is the Jesus character, the one that these people have been enriching themselves with? Where is that Jesus guy? Jesus does not exist. Okay. Some people will disagree with you. They tell you that Jesus exists, but they can't prove. But anyway, let me continue with this 3. So recently, this guy made a statement that went viral. He said, he's a pastor, and he says he will never follow a poor pastor. He says, I will never follow a poor pastor. When I tell you that this Jesus religion is all about money, it's all about the money, money, money. We just want to make the world dance. Forget about a price tag. Just give me a minute. Where's that video? No, that's not it. Just give me a minute. I'm just trying to find this video. Where did it go? All right, okay. So let's see.
The new year just started. They won't allow the year to settle. I will never follow a poor pastor.
Wealth attracts friends as money draws flies, but poor people are avoided like a plague.
Who is there? Identify the fire, open fire. The new year just started. They won't allow the year to settle. I will never follow a poor pastor.
Wealth attracts friends as money draws flies, but poor people are avoided like a plague.
Who is there? Identify the fire, open fire.
I am Kolede Komaya. I don't go follow a poor pastor. Never.
See your face. See your face.
Even you. Do you want to be close to a poor person?
You are a money monger. You are a money monger. Yeah, I'll never follow a poor pastor. Meanwhile, he himself is poor even now.
Maybe from January I should go and be a mechanic. Okay. I don't think I can continue ministry like this.
What is wrong with you?
Pastoring thousands of people and I'm in abject poverty like this.
Before I say Uta, you out of here. Uta.
Such aggrandizement in idiocies. See your face.
Hello guys, I want you to like this video.
On scriptural, I bet.
Sorry,
I will never
I'm going to tell you.
follow a poor
so
pastor.
you guys can see.
Never.
Guidance.
Exusians, this year is already looking scary for fall and its preachers. And from today, we're dropping these videos like fire. Right now, the statement credited to Pastor Korede Komaya, I can never follow a poor pastor, continues to trend.
I will never follow a poor pastor. Never. Nothing will make me do it. Criticize me from now till tomorrow. I will never. I am Kolede Komaya. I don't go follow a poor pastor. I don't go follow her. Never.
And if you've seen that clip, you know exactly why the internet is on fire. That single statement has attracted heavy criticism from all and sundry. Social media has been busy dissecting the words, scrutinizing the man, and arguing endlessly over tone, intent, and expression. But let's be very clear. The real problem is not what he said. The real problem is where that statement is feeding from. And in this video, we're going to dissect this matter in a way nobody has done on the internet so far. So watch till the very to all of that. There's a dangerous Let's hear it.
When I was talking about tithing and exposing, they end up attacking even the good ones. Never teach it from the point of abuse. Teach it from the point of truth. Never teach anything from the point of abuse.
This guy, this one here, he says his own duty is to clean up Christianity. Yeah. In Nigeria, God sent this one to clean up Christianity. God looked at the whole 230 million Nigerians. He said, Abel Damina, you, my friend, you're going to go and clean up Christianity. Okay? And let's go.
Abusing this, let's attack it, because you may end up attacking even the good ones. Now, there are times you want to correct something, you must be careful not to speak against it in the correction. It's the same way people talk about tithing. You know, like I always say, people thought when I was talking about tithing and exposing the ills of tithing, they thought I was talking against giving. But you know, in this church, that I taught against tithing, but I promoted generosity. Is that true? Except you are not following. I never spoke against giving. Giving is New Testament. Giving is God's character. Giving is in the DNA of the believer. And the believer cannot be given by percentages that are dictated to him. The believer gives out of the generosity of his heart and the understanding of God's love. So, but you see, others attacked everything, both giving and tithing, and they thought they were stopping everything. But I was only taking care of the excessive, abuse of that word, and in the same note, making correction. There are people in Nigeria who will believe that I don't teach, I only attack. They don't know that most of what they call attack were cut out of many hours of teaching. So we're actually teaching, and part of teaching is correction. All scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, which is teaching and explanation that will produce evidence, and then it will result in correction. Correction is part of teaching. Only doing correction, I am actually teaching. The correction is in the midst of teaching. Am I communicating at all? You can't be teaching well if there's no correction. There must be correction. It's part of Bible teaching. It is as a result of that correction that we have instruction in righteousness, which is growth. So what people think I do is they just cut off my corrections and omit the teaching. But the teaching is what brought the correction. Okay? And that's why smart people will not take that. They will go and look for the full message and hear how the whole thing is situated within context.
So with that said, let's get into what he was teaching on Sunday, the context that led him to address Koride Komaya in such a brutal and frank manner. Fasten your seatbelts, because what you're about to hear is not sentimental, it's doctrinal.
Prayer primarily is not about what you want. And that will throw some people into total confusion, because many people think the only reason why they pray is to beg. Oh, Father, give me this, give me that, give me that, give me that. You know that my music. Give me. The day we stop this Christianity of meeting needs will be the day we enter correct Christianity. All this Christianity of give me. It's actually paganism, modern day paganism. If all your Christianity is about give me wife, give me children, give me this, give me that, kill my enemy, give me this, give me that, kill my anyone that doesn't want to succeed. Die by fire, give me this, give me that, die by fire. It's all your Christianity. You are a pagan rebranded as a Christian. Give me children, give me that, kill my enemy, give me. Prayer is not primarily for getting things. Prayer primarily is to align with the will of God. That's primarily why we pray, so we can align with the will of God. We pray so we can align with the purpose of God. We saw it in Matthew chapter 7, verse 7. Look at it. Ask and it shall be given you. Seek and you shall find. Peace. Will he give him a serpent? Will God give you a kawuke? Is your father will not give you this. If you ask for that, your father will not give you that. Or shall your help and theology? All the prayer, ministry. We is as to align you. Those big things with the Gentiles. See, you're not a Gentile. Right? I can't hear the joyfulness. First, I acknowledge.
There is nothing
By the acknowledging of every good thing that is in you, because you are in Christ Jesus. Are we teaching good? You won't find any materialistic. Because these money mongers, they are it again. The new year just started. They don't even allow the year to settle. I will never follow a poor pastor.
It is true. Money is not everything. As people say it a lot. Money is not everything. Money is not everything. But please, poverty is nothing. There is nothing in poverty. There is nothing in it. Absolutely. Quickly, open with me. Proverbs 14:20. The poor man is hated, even by his own neighbor, but the rich has many friends. Affluence creates influence. They play. Tell your neighbor, say neighbor. Affluence creates influence. With affluence, there are people you don't beg to see. With affluence, there are people you don't send for, they come. Massive like I should get it. Give me TPT. The poor are disliked, even by their neighbors. But everyone wants to get close to the wealthy. Is this in your Bible? Look at me. Look at me. Do like this. Remove the veil. Remove it. Let's get real. Even you. Do you want to be close to a poor person? Hey! Look at it. Proverbs 22 verse 7. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave, and the borrower is servant to the lender. The rich rules over the poor forever and forever. Affluence and rulership goes together. Affluence activates rulership. Proverbs 19 verse 4. Wealth makes many friends, but the poor is separated from his friend. Give it to me in other translations quickly. Wealth attracts friends.
Oh, goodness gracious me. Sorry, guys. Bottom line, right? Bottom line of what these people are trying to say. Let me turn this back around. Turn this back around. So the bottom line of what he's trying to say is that he does not like poor people, and he will not be having any poor pastor friends, right? This is religion. This is the Jesus religion. These are the leaders of the Jesus religion, and this is, well, one of them, one of the leaders of the Jesus religion. And now it's we can't be having anything to do with poor people. Now, poor people, no. Religion is a scam. Religion is just, it's a money grab. That's all it is. How is it that a pastor can say things like this? Wealth discrimination, exactly that. Exactly that. Wealth discrimination. What am I doing here? Oh goodness, what did I just do? I just pressed something and I don't know what I pressed. Okay, let's see. Some people want to come up. Please come up if I really want to speak to people who disagree with what. King, your internet is really bad, and this you keep going up down. It's just
Yeah.
it's really messing with.
stressful for me.
It's messing
stressful
with.
for me.
It's
very
messing with the
stressful.
live stream.
Yeah, I apologize about that. So, as I was saying, so our ancestors, they practiced something right before religion came, and they, as much as we might think they were illiterate or they don't understand things, they were very logical. To the extent, if something is not working out, they know it is not working out, and if something is not real, they can acknowledge that this is not real. Do you understand? So whatever they have practiced then is something they have considered to exist or to be practical and logical to the extent that it works for them when they need to do stuff, which makes their spirituality something they believe in. So
What did your ancestors practice?
okay, they practiced what they call like alignment.
They practiced alignment. Ancestors practiced alignment.
Please, is he speaking or I can't hear anybody?
This is what's been happening. His internet has been going, no, it's just
Maybe
I
it's
don't
because of
understand
the
it.
alignment. It's the ancestral alignment.
Mr. Smith, please don't do that.
Me, I think Afro. Honestly, I have a suggestion, right?
What's that?
I think we've been talking about Christianity and Islam for a very long time. I want us to talk about this traditional African belief system that people also think they are true, and our forefathers believe in this and this. Your forefathers also believe in nonsense. Our forefathers were also human beings like us. They believed in human sacrifices. They believe in female genital mutilation. They believed that some herbs are magical. These things, we need to also talk about them. Sometimes it's funny that people think that our ancestors, my network.
Everybody's network. But beliefs are things that you challenge.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So this argument that our forefathers believed in something better than the alternative that the white people even brought is funny. It's really funny to me.
Tabusa said, I like your network. Tabusa.
Yeah, my network is very bad tonight because it has been raining very heavily today. So
Ibekwaronye, please get over yourself and all this your nonsense. Ibekwaronye, you're just spewing nonsense. Honestly, at this point, you shouldn't be taken seriously. You should not be taken seriously. You talk a lot of nonsense. You sent some things in my DM talking about you're now out doing what? You're the Messiah. You're the only one in the whole world who can translate or interpret or what? I don't know. The only one in the whole world. You sound ridiculous. Honestly, Ibekwaronye, you need to go and listen. I don't know. Something is off.
What can he translate?
He says he's the only one in the whole. He says he's the Messiah.
Yeah, use that to invent mobile phone for Nigeria. That would be nice.
He's working at KFC, which is okay. But he has a job, thankfully. But even then,
Messiah of what? I don't understand. Messiah for what exactly?
He said the first Messiah failed. The first one failed, so now he is the second one to come and make it good. And you just go and see the person.
Okay.
So go and see the person that is talking.
Someone said it is only your ancestors who were doing the human. Okay, so let me address this, right? So I can agree with you that maybe your ancestors were not doing human sacrifice, so maybe that is only my ancestors, right? Maybe that is true, but you people will come and say African spirituality, but when I say something bad about it, you will just say it is only mine. So we are all not the same, right? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, in my culture, my forefathers used to do human sacrifice, and that is bullshit. So I'm just here to talk about the bullshit of my forefathers. I'm not those idiots that they will come and defend their ancestors as if their ancestors were not human beings and they can't make mistakes. They can't.
Listen, when you, Mr. Smith, when you talk about your ancestors, are you speaking from a place of disrespect of your ancestors?
Oh, no. I'm just saying that.
No, hold on. It's not a place of disrespecting ancestors. If you know that your ancestors did some things that were, they were not moral, we should be confident enough to say, okay, they did this, they did that, right? But to just think that because they're now dead and gone, so automatically the ancestors become
they were
saints.
good people. They are good people.
Everybody just became saints.
That's my problem.
There's some very evil ancestors in my some of the ones I know, but my father's side of the family. Listen, I would want nothing to do with those people if they were alive. So why should I now,
Madam,
after they're dead, and now because they're ancestors?
It's so funny. Like, it's so funny. The nostalgic feeling that people have for old people is so funny. See, let me even give you the best example. When I was growing up, when I was like 8, 9 years, there was this program on television where we used to watch female genital mutilation live on television in Ghana. And that was practiced by my ancestors. You people will come here and say, our ancestors were...
Wait, sorry. Did you say genital mutilation?
Female genital mutilation. It was going on in the northern part of Ghana. It was telecasted live on TV. They were using the same knife for all the girls. So people were even upset that if one person had HIV, it could be transmitted to all of them. One person, the person who was just doing the mutilation, had just one knife. He would just sharpen it, and then when you come, then he will cut it. Choo, 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 choo. That is what our ancestors were doing.
Was it a man cutting?
Yeah, it was a man. Yeah, it was a man. Yeah, I remember that. And I was like 9, 10 years. Yeah, I think that was around 206, 205 there, 205. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And people will come here and act like our forefathers were saints. They did nothing wrong. They are human beings like you and I. We are also going to make mistakes. Our children will come and learn from us and make things better. Why do people act like human beings are so perfect that there are idiots? See, somebody asked me a very simple question, and then that was one. Somebody asked me that, do you know that children who are stupid, right? Not all of them unalive. Some of them will grow, right? So if you are a child and
you are stupid. I'm not understanding.
yeah, like if you're a child and you are very stupid, right? Like all stupid children.
Me, I don't think they're stupid children.
No, I'm saying something, right? I'm saying that let's say you have a teen, right, who is very stupid, right? And he doesn't unalive and he grows, he become a stupid adult if he doesn't learn, right? So not all
I struggle with that. Stupid children.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
children
not all
are
adults.
children, they're growing. So I don't know about stupid children. No.
Okay, what I mean is they don't have sense, right? So if they grow and they don't learn, right, they will still become adult with no sense. Do you get what I mean? So we act like all adults have sense. Me, I've seen so many adults who don't have sense at all. I've seen adults who are 50 years and they are chasing over 13-year-old girls.
The thing is generalizing people. That's, I mean, as much as possible, let's come away from generalizing people.
Oh yeah.
Generalization sometimes really is problematic. So, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. But I'm not generalizing though. I'm just saying that we have good ancestors and we also have idiotic ancestors as well. We shouldn't act like all our ancestors had sense. Some of them didn't. Some of them
they didn't.
That's what I'm trying to say.
They didn't. And before you know it, we are going to be ancestors too.
Oh,
we are going
what
to be
is this, guys?
in no time.
What did I say that is not true? Female genital mutilation was happening in my culture. So what are you saying that is not true? Female genital mutilation, it was just, it was even around 20 years ago. So what are you saying? I can just provide an evidence right now for you to even watch videos of female genital mutilation going on in northern Ghana around 2005, 2004. What are you saying? Just recently, 2005, there was this program in Ghana called Mbankomo. So mostly it was program for females. Mba in Ghana, in the Ghanaian language means woman, right? So it was a program that was done for women empowerment. They were the program was mostly addressing what? See, the question is asking me, are you circumcised? I'm talking about female genital mutilation. I'm a man. Well, what's your point? Yes, I'm circumcised.
Mr. Smith, do the men get circumcised in Ghana?
Oh, yeah.
That's still mutilation, isn't it?
Oh, yes, I totally agree.
Male mutilation. Is that a religious thing in Ghana or it is cultural?
Oh, it's cultural. And it's not even compulsory. If you give birth to your child, nobody forces you, but because it's cultural, people do it. I think immediately, after 1 week or so, yeah, that's when they do it. Some of them can wait. Yeah, some of them can wait till maybe 1 year before they do it. Some will wait for like 6 months. But we should also know that female mutilation is not the same as men mutilation. Removing a foreskin is not synonymous with removing the entire clitoris. They are not the same, and the purposes are not the same. You get a point? The reason why the men are mutilated is to take off the foreskin, which can actually causes infection. That is why they do it. With female, the reason why they did it is to oppress their sexual desire. Suppress their sexual desire. The purposes are not the same, actually. They are not.
That's crazy.
I'm not arguing that they are all
both of them are bad. Yes, Steve.
I'm not saying they are all good.
They are.
But the purposes are different. That's what I want you to know.
Akani, I don't think he's here to demonize his ancestors. What we're trying to say, I think what he's trying to say is, look, if there are practices that they did back then that are not moral, we should be able to call it out. We should not just glorify every single person that has come before us because they are now our ancestors. Yeah?
Tinubu will soon become an ancestor. Tinubu will soon become an ancestor, and people will come and then pretend as if
the
you were
best
the
thing
same.
since sliced bread, right? We should be able to, have these conversations, and especially when people are telling us, let's go back to the ways of the ancestors. You're like, okay, well, what are we going back to?
Do female genital mutilation or what?
About sexual suppression of women. Yeah, it is, and it's
And
heartbreaking.
with men,
I know a couple of people. I know a couple of women who have had it done, and it's just devastating.
it was crazy. And
This friend of mine does not have
let me even bust your bubble, right? Do you know, even in modern Ghana today, right? There are places in Ghana where they believe that, so the only way to travel to school is to cross over a river, right? And then they believe that the gods in that particular river, they don't like it when a lady that is menstruating passes through. So when a lady is menstruating, she's not supposed to go to school. And this thing that I'm telling you, it was just, if you're on Twitter, I can send you. If you're on Twitter, I can just send you the news that came out just 2023, just recently. They said the girls who are going to school, the girls in the river don't like it when you are menstruating. So when a lady is menstruating, she's not supposed to go to school. And this belief system is still in Ghana, in a particular village in Ghana. Sorry, villages, not one village, some villages in Ghana. And people will come here and tell you that our ancestors, they act like they were saints. These cultural beliefs are things that we should be calling them out. We don't need to be acting like our forefathers were perfect human beings. They are human beings. They will definitely make mistakes. That's all.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, Mr. Smith. I've been listening to what you're saying, and one thing I want you to realize is that we have bad people and good people then, as we do have them now. We cannot eradicate bad people, and we cannot let bad people paint the good people as bad people. Do you understand? So the fact that some people are actually practicing this thing in a wrong way, you don't have to generalize. You don't have to say they are the people that do this. You don't have to point fingers.
I said these are cultural practices, so they were cultural practices. Let me ask you a question, right? Let me ask you.
Hold on. Let me land. Let me land what I was speaking, and I would like to make things clear. We should allow us.
Your network is not good.
His internet has gone again.
Yeah. Me, I don't even like the idea that you people always want to defend. I'm not saying that all our ancestors were bad people. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that there are practices that they did that were not good. So we should call them out. That's all. They are no more, but they are some cultural establishments are still here. So we need to deal with them. The Afro atheists. Have you heard of Trokosi before?
No, what is that?
Okay, so when we are done, just go to Google and search Trokosi in Ghana, right?
Trokosi.
I will explain.
How do you spell that?
Trokosi.
Okay.
Trokosi. So Trokosi basically means that if you're a young girl, a pre-pubescent child, right, is being married to the chief priest in one Ghana culture in Ghana. So young girls are being married to the chief priest, and they don't go to school. They stay with the chief priest till they die. Sorry, they unalive. Yes, and it was happening. Even recently, they were doing it, so the government actually banned that. Even recently, like let's say maybe 15 years ago, 10 years ago, it was happening in the Ghana culture. People act as if our forefathers didn't have some absurd cultural practices and beliefs back then.
No way. I'm reading it now. It says Trokosi is a traditional practice in parts of West Africa, Ghana, Togo, Benin, where young children, often between the ages of 5 to 10 years old, are given to shrine priests to serve as wives of the deities, essentially paying for. 1 second. bring someone up. Kim, you need to sort out this your internet. You can't keep bringing up, down, up, down.
Oh, I was enjoying what you were reading. So can you continue for us?
Where young children, often between the ages of 5 to 10 years old, are given to shrine priests to serve as the wives of the deities, essentially paying for family sins. But instead, they face unpaid hard labor, abuse, and sexual exploitation, despite being outlawed as a form of slavery. Though persecution is rare. Can you imagine?
Have you realized that the age that they gave you is between 5 and 10? So prepubescent kids, and the girls are pedophilia. PDF. They wanted prepubescent kids. And the funny thing is, if you are married to this god, right, or the chief priest, you spend your entire life there. Even if he dies, the new one that comes will marry you. So you will be there your entire life till you honor life. You won't go to school, you won't have jobs, you won't do anything.
How people understand where Mr. Smith is coming from. It's not demonizing.
The point is you see how
that there are some of these practices, were evil.
Mr. Smith, I understand you perfectly. I really do understand you. But what we are not realizing is that as we are demonizing everything, as it is in Christianity, as it is in all these parts, there are darkness and light in everything. The problem is that people are thinking it is all light in everywhere, like there's no bad anywhere. There's no religion that is entirely true or full of truth. As Muslim is, they have their good side and bad side. As Christianity is, they have their good side and bad side. As traditional religion is, they have their good side and bad side. But there's something they practiced before all this became tradition. All these things you are talking about is the people that are using the real tradition to their own advantage, as it is in every other religion.
No, it wasn't. It was culturally accepted. So that means that in those times, the chiefs and the elders of the society all embraced that.
It was accepted. It was accepted.
Yes. So don't come. The reason is this. The problem I have is this, right? We act as if it was some few people who were hiding and doing it. No, it wasn't like that. The chief and the elders were all allowing these things to happen. So, for example, the trokosi, right? Before you will be married by the chief priest, right? You have to go to the king's palace for the king to bless you before a 5-year-old child will be blessed by the king.
I understand. Mr. Smith, I understand. Please, can you please hear me out?
Okay, I'm listening. Yeah.
Okay. So what you are saying, I understand you, and it is one of the things we are trying to eradicate, because if you can notice that even Christianity, it was twisted. That's okay. Let's say, let me give you an example. This Christianity that is practiced nowadays, that people think they would die for and defend. Do you know they are actually practicing the wrong thing, and they are not even doing their religion right? Do you understand? The same thing that is happening in traditional religion, there are some people that actually know the truth, and there are people that are practicing it the wrong way. And it is usually the majority that practice the wrong way, because people don't like the truth. That is one thing I've realized. People don't actually want to follow the truth. They want to follow any easy
Are you
way.
addressing what I said? Because I don't understand what you're saying now.
Yes, I'm addressing what you said, because the what you are saying is the bad sides of this African.
I'm saying that no. What I'm saying is, right, our ancestral cultural practices or beliefs, right? Some of them are bad. We shouldn't come here and act like our forefathers were having everything perfect. Some of their cultural norms and establishments were evil. That is all I'm saying.
Why do we have to emphasize on the bad part? Why can't we just speak on the truth?
But we can talk about. No, my problem is not even talking about the good side, right? There are times I come on live, talk about how some cultural festivals are very beautiful, how some languages in Ghana are beautiful, how some food. When Speed came to Ghana, you saw some cultural naming ceremonies that they did, and it was so beautiful. Those things are nice. But I'm saying that in as much as we have good things in our cultural practices, right, there are bad things as well. If you know do you know I don't know, but have you heard of the witch camp in Ghana?
Yes, I've heard of that.
Yeah, the Gambaga witch camp in Ghana. You don't know some
Mr.
of the
Smith.
cultural practices in Ghana that were so evil to women, especially women and young female kids, right? A lot. In Ghana, I'm not in Nigeria, so I can't talk about Nigeria, but I'm even just using my own like experience to tell you about some of the
Mr.
Hey, brother,
Smith,
excuse.
I want to know what King is really promoting. King, what exactly are you? What exactly do you want us to do?
Yeah, my stand is now there is something that we practiced before all these things were twisted. The same thing all religions were twisted. So that's what I'm trying to make us understand, because the practice was the practice.
What did we practice?
We practice humility, compassion, and love amongst each other. Do you understand? And there is spirituality in just being a good person. That is what people don't realize. But people don't want to be good, so they look for other ways to actually.
So what are you promoting exactly? That we should be good to one. We should be good to one another. How is that a practice?
That is a practice, and that is what most of this religion, any religion that you are seeing, if you are looking at any religion, is it Buddha, is it Christianity, is it if you look at what they are practicing, it is what they call higher consciousness. I don't know if
now which one is higher conscious? They are practicing higher conscious, bro.
Yes,
bro.
Like,
come on now.
You are like,
what is this?
You are with
what
the
is
system.
higher consciousness?
No. Hear me out. You are with the system.
What is higher consciousness?
You are with the system, ma. You are with the system, ma. Respectfully, please, can you just help me type or just look it up and see what it means? Because I don't want you to just
No. I want you to explain what is higher consciousness. What is this thing you're talking?
I'm explaining.
What I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to understand what exactly you are talking about. You're saying that we should go where? Go back.
What
things have been twisted, and
that is
something that we practice, and what we practice, we loved each other.
Okay, I will explain one thing for you now, because back then we didn't have a sky daddy. Do you understand what I'm trying to insinuate? We don't have a God in the sky. Do you get what I'm trying to say? We will sell God as everything around us, including our neighbors. So showing love to everything, including nature, including everybody around you, it is what they call true spirituality. Do you get what I'm trying to insinuate now? And that kind of practice, it is what everybody, the practice in everybody, in each person, is what they call higher consciousness. And that is what their Jesus that they are promoting, that is what he had, because he's just a normal human being like everybody. But he had this higher consciousness, and he embodied it so much that it was different at his own time.
No, he was just an empathetic human being and a reasonable human being. He didn't have any higher consciousness.
The same thing I'm saying. All these attributes being empathetic.
King, I'm coming. You people like to use big words. Like, human beings are natural. There are human beings who are naturally empathetic and naturally freedom fighters. Jesus was a freedom fighter. He says some good things, same as Martin Luther King, same as Kwame Nkrumah. That is
exactly
human
what
nature.
I'm saying.
But
exactly what I'm
saying. They
saying.
didn't have any higher consciousness or anything. They are just good human beings. That's all. They are not having any higher consciousness. They are just good human beings.
Please, can you just look it up? You don't have to debunk what you don't know.
Let other people speak. Let other people to speak. There are people here. Let them.
Yeah. So,
hey, Mr. Smith, I wanted to talk to you, right? Because you came out here. I was listening to you, right? And when you came out, your target was really actually, talking about your presentation. Maybe that's when I actually came in. Your focus was really on actually talking about African culture and how the culture used to actually, do detrimental things to other human beings. Let me just get your grounding. Are you a Christian?
I'm not a Christian.
Okay, I heard you mention Jesus. You believe in Jesus?
He's not a Christian.
No. I said Jesus, even if some of the things that he taught were good things, so it doesn't still mean he has higher consciousness. He was just a good human being and a good freedom fighter. That's all. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So that means you probably believe that Jesus existed. But anyways, but that's
No,
not my point.
I don't believe in that. Though.
Okay. All right. So when you actually made those, you said that they were ancestors were doing human sacrifices. Do you have any archaeological evidence or any record to actually support that claim?
Yeah. So I wouldn't generalize that, right? I wouldn't generalize that. So I initially I didn't want to generalize that, but from my culture, right? I'm from the Akan culture in Ghana. I'm a Ghanaian, I stay in Ghana. So there are human sacrifices that went on. So if you've heard of Chenebu Akodia, the story of Chenebu Akodia, you can just look it up. Chenebu Akodia, he was even sacrificed. One time when the Ashantis were going to war, that is my tribe. And then there are other human sacrifices.
Okay, how did you, let me ask you this. How did you obtain this story? How did you hear about this story?
I was taught in school. I learned it in school, and then I also read it online. And then we
You read it? Okay, wait.
I'm coming.
Wait, no. Wait,
I didn't finish giving you the answer. You said, wait, let me finish giving you the answer before you can scrutinize, okay? I said, we were taught we have cultural places where in Ghana. So if you've been to the cultural center in Kumasi, if you go there, they will tell you the same story. In Kumasi, that is close to the King's Palace, the Asante Palace. They will tell you about how human sacrifices were done, some of the calabashes that were used to do human sacrifices, because they believe that when a king dies, life is not dead. He will live in the afterlife. So some human beings have to be sacrificed for them to go and serve him in the afterlife. If you go to Kumasi Cultural Center, that is there. They will teach you these things. So me, I am coming from lived experience. I am not someone who lives in other country. I'm coming from lived experience, things that I've seen my ancestors believe, practice for years. I'm in my 30s now. And then things that I learned in school. So I'm telling you something I know for a fact.
Okay. All right. So yeah, okay.
Can I say something, please?
No, actually, I get that. Okay, so what I wanted to point out, like, when you actually come out, when you want to come out and actually speak on stuff like that, just be specific. Don't generalize, because when you generalize,
Warrior, you've got
Radical, can you mute your mic? Please, I didn't generalize. Please, I didn't do that.
Okay, all right, no problem. And I think it's a time like in 2025. Nowadays, I think there's so much. We have technology now. A lot of I've seen a lot of pastors come out here generalizing and destroying ancestors. I think it's about time, instead of actually just talking about it, please go and let's start digging up, and so that we can have archaeological evidence to back this thing up. Because this claim is embarrassing. I don't want to hear it anymore till I see evidence.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you ever lived in Ghana?
I've never lived in Ghana. I'm just saying.
Radical, please, when you mute your mic, we get feedback. No,
please mute your mic. If you're not speaking, please mute your mic.
Just 1 second.
I don't know why you have
Radical, please, let me say one thing, then you go on. So, Aka, my point is this. Listen to me very carefully, right? I am saying that even me as a human being, right? I can do good things and I can do bad things, right? If I do something bad, you can castigate the bad things that I have done. That is my point. I am not saying that our forefathers didn't do anything good. That is not what I am saying. I am saying that they established some good cultural practices and they also had bad cultural practices. We shouldn't come here and act like our
in some of them. Let me tell you something. In some of them, let me tell you something, sir. Let me tell you something, sir. In some of them, so just say some of them, right? So when you speak about some of them. See, like, let me tell you something. You see, circumcision, I did not agree to circumcision. If you give me a choice, I would actually want to test my stuff the way it was first, before I decide if I want to be circumcised. So I still don't support that either. And that was done through Christianity. So when you guys come out to actually say, speak on these things, I just want to make sure that you use the same lens that you're using to look at the other side, to look at everything.
I didn't even finish what I'm saying. I'm saying that there are practices. So for instance, we just read the Trokosi system, right? And you heard what the host actually read about Trokosi. In Ghana, there is a particular culture, tribe called the Gans in Accra. They inhabit the capital of Ghana. The young girls who are prepubescent, who have not yet reached the age,
Afro, please, can I say something? Can I say something, please? I don't know who programmed black people that they cannot do any debate without demonizing their ancestors. I don't know why. This thing is too disgusting. I don't like it anymore.
Yeah, if you don't like it, nobody is here demonizing anybody. So the point is, bad things and good things. We are talking about the bad ones so that we don't bring them back. I don't understand how. What is? Who is muting? Host, are you muting us?
Wait. No, I'm not muting you. Listen. What is happening here is what Mr. Smith is talking about is there were practices and still are practices that we all can agree that they were wrong. They were wrong. They were harmful. They were immoral. And so we need to be able to speak on those things. Yeah? No one is he's not demonizing his ancestors, but he's saying, yes, ancestors, they also had some bad practices, which, except you want to deceive yourself, you will say, no, that's not the case. It is the case, okay? Okay, if he keeps repeating it and it's triggering some people, okay.
And what I'm saying is, 50 years from now, somebody will come and tell you that don't demonize your ancestor, and the ancestors, Tinubu is part of it.
That's okay. Why do we act like what we can do? We can change the subject. Yeah. We can change the subject if that is the case. Because,
but me, I believe that we should also be cool to have uncomfortable conversations. Because yes.
Yeah. Before we do this, so yes, you're right, Smith, about the fact that there were some evil practices back then. But there's something I find interesting about it, and is the fact that how is it that those practices, like you said, they were doing those things before religion came, right? So how is it that
before Christianity came, don't say religion, but that itself was
before Christianity, that's what I mean. So how is it that those practices you can still find them in the religious books, right? Like the Bible. How is it that those practices that our ancestors were doing that were evil before the Bible came, how is it that we can still find the Bible encouraging the same practices?
If I get your question, you're saying
my point. Can I make my point, please?
That's radical.
Why is it a radical? Immediately it comes, he wants to speak.
No, I was making a point.
Because he's radical.
No, but because you were being aggressive. You were being too aggressive.
I'm not aggressive. I'm not aggressive, please.
Okay, so I was somebody.
Okay, hold on, please. Let's let him speak, right? Let's let him speak and let's hear what he has to say.
I'm not going to romance anybody, please. I'm a radical.
Yeah, go on and let's hear you.
Now, what am I saying? All these things you are saying about your ancestors, up to now, you could not bring any evidence to back them up. But every time you keep
he has radical. He has backed them up. He has backed them up. He has shown us, right? Some I've even gone online, I've read some of those things. He has backed up his claim. Some of the claims that he has made. He has done that.
Okay, I don't know his source anyway, but
like you said, Trokosi.
Let me give you an example.
I went to check. We checked what Trokosi is, and young girls between the ages of 5 to 10 years old being married to chief priests and deities. It's crazy.
Yeah. So Smith, you understood my question, right?
Do you know where I came from?
Speaking. When he's done, then we talk.
I came from Igbo land. Do you know in Igbo land, since I was born, I was being taught that our ancestors killed twins. Our ancestors killed twins.
Use unalive. Don't use KILL.
Sorry.
Radical. Use radical. Use unalive. Don't use KILL, please.
It's all right. Sorry.
I can do something about it.
Could you believe that up to now there is no evidence to prove such acts? No family have confirmed this very act. Do you know also that in Igbo land, they have been telling lies that we use human heads to bury our king? But up to now, there is no proof of that. That is why whenever I come across where they are talking anything, discussing about where I originated from, I don't take it easy because they have done a lot of program on us. They have passed a lot of information. For years, they have dominated the media. They have propagated a lot of lies upon lies. And they will still teach us in their school. They have programmed us to be ranting every time. But these people, they will never tell you that these Germans, these Italians, the English people, there was a time when if they born Pekin, if the hair is brownish, they will just buy the Pekin. They buy up to 65,000. You can Google it. Before they got information, because they thought that those children are evil, that it will harm others, it will harm them, because they are real. They don't have the information. Until information came and said, stop buying these children. This is how they are. This is their nature. That is information. But they said we are killing twins, but up till now, there is no historical evidence.
Did you hear my submission? Did you hear my submission, or you are making submission and pointing it on me? Did you hear my submission?
No, I'm not pointing it. I'm not directing to anybody, please. I'm just
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, right? Before you move on, let me ask you a question. So I said, you yourself as a human being, have you done bad things before?
Of course, I have.
So what makes you think your forefathers collectively can't do bad things?
I didn't tell you that they cannot do bad things. Have you seen a white man putting camera to tell you that his ancestors spied?
Yes. We have videos of Stalin unaliving millions of children. He was a white man. We have videos of Hitler unaliving millions of children. Have you seen any of the European children? Calm down. You asked me a question, I am answering. Calm down. You asked me a question, I'm answering. So calm down. If you want to learn, calm down. This is not about debate. You people like this racial debate. Let me. No, I'm coming. I'm saying that, listen to what I'm saying. If you always put an umbrella of my tribe, my race, you will be a very disgusting human being. If something is bad, it doesn't matter whether it's coming from your tribe. You have to speak against it. It doesn't matter whether it's coming from your family. I'm saying that if you go online, you will find videos of white people doing harm to other white people. And we can see from World War, Stalin was a white person. We have cameras and videos of him unaliving other white people. Hitler did the same thing. The white people themselves, when they came to Africa, we have documents of what they did to our forefathers in Africa. So I am saying that, even if I'm not talking about white people now, I'm saying that our forefathers also had some practices that were bad. That is where I am also trying to address that these bad practices, we should do away with them and embrace the good ones. Why is this difficult for you to accept? Host, you've muted yourself. You muted yourself, host.
Can I go on?
I am saying that is good advice, right? Mm-hmm. We look at the things that have taken place and we sift through. We don't have to go back to practices that were evil, practices that demonize women, demonize children, these practices. What he's saying is we should be able to, point out what is good and what is wrong, what is evil. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not a case of demonizing all the ancestors. So I should move on.
It's not anything, because if they did something bad and we say they are bad, what is the big?
I think we should move on, actually.
Okay, let me add to that. So, Christians, so let me add to that, please.
Nobody wanted to talk about it. Nobody wanted to talk about the evidence I presented.
What's evidence? What's evidence?
Where I came from, they said that we used to buy, our ancestors used to buy twins, but there is no evidence up to today.
There isn't. You are right, and this is part of what we do here. Radical is to correct narratives, right? To correct the narratives that way.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do, because I know that some of us are just saying things without any evidence. They hear, generation will pass to the other generation, the other one will come and pass to the other. That is what is happening in Africa. That was why I reacted the way I did. Please.
Okay, but I came from a very substantial.
A lot of wrong information on
no, Radical. Yeah, I get you. What you are saying makes sense. Yeah, what you are saying makes sense. But I didn't come from that perspective. I came from a perspective of lived evidence. So, for instance, right, if you go to Kumasi,
experience.
Yes. So if you go to Kumasi.
I'm not advocating for anybody to continue.
Radical, one second. No, Radical, one second. Yeah, I get you. I'm saying something, right? I'm saying that mine is from lived experience. So if you go to Kumasi, if you people know about the Ashanti Kingdom, right? The Ashanti Kingdom is one of the biggest kingdom in Africa, right? There is a place in Kumasi that is the capital of the Ashanti Kingdom. Monuments and then cultural stories when you go there. When I was in JHS 3, I went there and then they told me this story that during some times when a king died, they sacrifice human beings so that they go and serve him. This was said to me at the cultural center. This is not what I heard somewhere. It was said to me at the cultural center.
Can I interject, please? I'm sorry. No, please. Can I interject? I want to ask a question, please.
We are just going on and on and on.
Please, I know. I want to ask him a question, sir. Are you aware that Africans used to actually kind of tell some stories just to scare people? Are you aware that there was a type of story that they would tell you just to scare you? Or to just establish fear.
If you heard him, Akani, if you heard him, he is talking about things that he can actually prove.
Yeah, but if he comes with archaeological evidence that there's two grounds, if they come with archaeological evidence, then that's evidence.
Some of them are still look, I even went and read one of the things that he was talking about.
But man, that's another thing to read about. That's one thing to read about it. We haven't actually gone and study it and actually hear it from that side, right? So we can read about something.
Okay.
Let me clear this out. He's saying the truth. Whatever he said about the Ghanaian thing is true.
So Reskilo is also Ghanaian.
Can I make a correction, please?
One second, Radical. One second. Reskilo, were you saying something?
Ghanaian, yeah.
Reskilo, were you saying something?
Reskilo, you've muted yourself. Unmute yourself. They're asking you a question.
I mean, the things that Mr. Smith is saying, these are things, they happen in Nigeria as well.
Please type on Google right now, Joy News. Joy News, young girl not allowed to cross a river in Ghana, 2023, and see what you will get.
Young girl not allowed to cross a river.
Cross a river because she's menstruating, 2023, Joy News. Just type and see what you will get. The most authentic Ghana news page. They published this news when a young girl was prevented from going to school because they believe that if you are menstruating, you can't cross that river. Just 2023, 21st century in Ghana. You people are here acting like some of these things were not going on during our forefathers' time, and they are still bringing it back here. That's the problem I have. Young girls are not allowed to cross rivers to go to school because they believe that the gods will get angry. Wow. You search and bring it right now, or let me even find it and post.
I'm searching.
Yeah, let me even find it and send it to you in the DM. I'm coming.
Yeah, I mean, we would not actually such belief system. I know the whole such belief system, you know, and you know, my point is that, you know, if these people are going to make claims, you know, just don't generalize all Africa, because not everybody did it, and you know, and I'm just giving an advice that it would be advisable to actually come up with archaeological evidence. So that's all I'm saying.
Let me say something here, please.
Wait, 1 second. Radical. So, based on reports by Joy News, schoolgirls in the upper Denkira East District of Ghana's Central Region have historically been forbidden from crossing the River Ofin on Tuesdays. On Tuesdays and during their menstruation. This ban is imposed by local traditional beliefs that consider menstruating women unclean and forbidding them from crossing the river on Tuesdays, which is believed to be the day the river god performs rites. Oh wow!
Please check the dates. Tell them the dates. Please tell them the dates.
2020 legal action in 2022.
Just 2022. I'm not talking about something that happened 20 years ago. Just 4 years ago. But people will come here and act like this. It's even happening now.
But we all know that there are no such thing as gods and spiritual powers. So where do these beliefs come from?
Cultural practices. That's what
why do they believe in that river god or something? Why do they believe in?
Traditional people believe in the river gods. The people in that village, they believe in the traditional gods. Even right now, in my place where I stay right now, on Fridays, nobody is supposed to go to farm. You don't go to the farm on Fridays because they believe the gods are going to unalive you to go. This thing is even happening, even modern time right now where I stay. On Fridays, nobody goes to farm. So there are beliefs.
I think you, Mr. Smith, you don't need to keep going, trying to justify. Even Raskilo has, confirmed that the things you are saying are actually true. Raskilo, who's Ghanaian, has confirmed. So we need to be able to say that some things are right, some things are wrong.
Yeah,
and this particular thing, it says here, sorry, Raskilo, it says here that the reason it was by local traditional beliefs. It's not religion now. It's the local traditional beliefs. And when Mr. Smith came up here, he said, the same way we challenge religion, we also need to challenge the beliefs of these other, our belief systems that are local to us. Right? Challenge beliefs as a whole, wherever it is coming from, whether it is from religion, whether it's whatever it is, long as I believe that there is a God somewhere that says young girls who are menstruating cannot cross the river on Tuesday.
Imagine.
What kind of nonsense is that?
That part of the menstruation part, I don't know, but there was a research done, not going to do fishing or go on the sea on Tuesdays was just to reserve a day because, within the week, everybody, these people are fishing. So you chose one day so that you don't go just on the farm day, on the going to the forest kind of thing.
Raskilo, it says there that the menstruating women were considered unclean and forbidden from crossing the river on a Tuesday, which is believed to be the day the river god performs rites.
The river
So
is
the
one of
truth
the
is
biggest rivers in
that
Ghana.
is
We
the
call
day
it
the river
Infant.
god performs rites. Can you
Yeah,
imagine this?
that river
So
is one
now
of the
for that
biggest.
reason,
That river
Our
is one of the
ancestors.
biggest rivers in
something
Ghana. Yeah.
when
Yeah.
something is wrong, when something is wrong, we need to be able to say it was
Yeah.
wrong,
It's wrong.
irrespective of who, what, where, when, how. We need to be able to say, no, this is wrong. Whether they are ancestors, if they like, let them be the ancestors from a thousand centuries ago. If it's wrong, it is wrong. It's
Yeah.
just that simple.
I think our ancestors were naive in a way because they were believing in spiritual
No,
powers, gods, and all that.
please say things like, please, I would like for as we're having this conversation again, if you're going to talk about ancestors, just say some of the ancestors, because it's not all of them. It's not all.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's not all. So we say some, you know, let's not generalize.
I mean, the rationale behind not going to farm not going to the forest to hunt on Fridays and certain days are just to leave a day for these whatever to rest and all that. That's the rationale behind. But they kind of attached some belief system to it, just like I know in Ghana you don't have to go fishing on Tuesdays, just to let the sea rest or whatever they call it.
But Raskilo,
Yeah.
that is basically different. If you are telling people not to go to fishing on Tuesdays, that is quite understandable, right? But if you tell
Right.
a female girl not to go to school, not to cross the river often, to go to school because women are considered unclean, that is a very stupid practice. You get what I mean? Because those are prevented from.
Oh yeah. I know that
Mhm.
part. I know. I agree with you. But I'm just saying with not going to fishing, don't go to the farm, blah blah blah. That is just the rationale behind is just to set a day aside that the fishes will rest, the sea will rest, something like that. But not telling a
Just
kid not to go
like,
to.
Go on, Raskilo, sorry.
No, I mean,
Raskilo, go on.
telling somebody is unclean and all that is very stupid and it don't make no sense. So some of these beliefs that we have in our own land don't make no sense.
You need to exactly. This is what Mr. Smith has been trying to say since. Even in our own belief system, the ones that they want us to go back to. Some of them, they're not good. I remember someone came up and had a conversation with us. They were telling us about this in his Igbo land. He was an Igbo guy. He said in his Igbo land, he didn't say, I don't know if he said specifically where in Igbo land. He said there was a forest, an evil forest. Well, it's a forest that they tell them that no one can go there. If you go there, you'll be unalive, this particular forest. And I said, you mean trees and shrubs? So nobody can walk in there. He said, yeah, nobody. That if you go, you will unalive. I said, why? What's the reason behind this? He said, the God is angry. The God, the one that controls that particular part of that forest, right? The one they said don't go into, that God is angry. So I asked what is making it angry? He said, because the people have adopted Christianity. Yeah? They've adopted another God. So that God is angry. I said, really? You're saying that this God was present when Christianity walked its way into its community. The God didn't do anything. The God didn't do anything at all to prevent this other religion coming in. And now it has come, the other religion has come in, showing how powerless this religion, and now this is vexing, right? But instead of it to, tell people, okay, this is why I'm, or I don't know. It chooses now to it just stays inside one forest somewhere and just be getting angry with itself there. What does it want? So it just wants to be in the forest and just be unaliving humans. How does this make any sense to anybody? So, it's very straightforward. The people who go around spreading all this, spreading all this news. Wait, just one second. The people who go around listen, just like what someone was saying, like Raskila was saying, it's very easy. Just say, okay, we don't want people coming around this area. Keep this area clean. Keep this area away from, this one here is going to be a private land. Simple as ABC. But you now start making all this, the gods are the god, which stupid gods.
I'm saying that what even annoys me is they were not angry when slavery was going on. They were not angry to so that they can unalive the colonizers and the slave masters. They were just mute. It's so funny that people believe, funny enough, some people will leave Christianity, leave Islam, and come and say, I believe in what my ancestors believe. They are all the same. There are no difference. The Islam God, the God of the traditional believers, the God of Christianity, they are all the same things, branded differently. Same shit. Sorry to say that. Same things, branded differently. These gods that
someone said the same, different toilets, but same shit.
See, 400 years of enslavement. These girls were there. They didn't do anything. A young girl who is trying to get an education, you are saying that if she crosses the river, you get angry. 4 years of
that God needs to go and get angry.
God doesn't exist. Belief system, all of them, they are all not making sense to me. Whether it's what is fascinating me is people would be reasonable against Christianity and Islam, criticize them, but they don't want to criticize their own ancestral beliefs, as if their forefathers can't make up things or also make religious beliefs that do not apply logic.
The problem is you're generalizing, though. When you say people, stop generalizing.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
the
saying
thing.
human beings have capability.
Stop,
that is human beings.
Stop generalizing.
That was what triggered me, but he wouldn't listen.
No, that is not what actually.
I'm against what he's saying.
Not what actually.
Why should he say our ancestors? That was what I heard.
And it shouldn't be. And it shouldn't be used. It shouldn't be used as a talking point to uplift anybody else's religion either.
I am not here preaching any religion. I am saying that all religions in Africa are pure shit. I told you people. I said whether it's Islam, whether it's Christianity, all of them, they have beliefs that do not apply logic. They have beliefs and cultural practices inserted that are harmful to human race. They are abusive. That's what I am saying. Me, I'm not a Christian. I'm not Muslim. I'm not a traditionalist. I'm saying that we should be bold enough to criticize even our own ancestral worship. That is what you people are failing to do.
I understand. I understand what you're saying, though. Let me just point out something to you, because you got to look at things from a geopolitical standpoint, right?
No, I don't do so.
Okay, if you see other culture around the world, around the globe, you see that their past actually also involved, a lot of things that they haven't actually spoken about, right? So, maybe sometimes we have to know the settings that where we at, and we need to actually address things the way. I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying that you should actually overlook what that was. I'm just saying that, you just put all that things in factors and, when you're actually talking, that's all.
Can I just say this, whether we like it or not, some of these things that people have done in the past will get talked about. They will be brought up. For example, Jimmy Savile here in the UK. The guy was given what was it? He was made I think he was knighted or what? It was after he died. Then the truth all came out. Posthumous, he was stripped of all the accolades and everything they gave him. because when the truth of what this guy was doing came out, oh my goodness. Look at the Church of England. What's his name? Justin Welby. Justin Welby, generally a good man, but because there was cover-up of abuse that went on, which he did nothing of, right? Which years and years ago, these things happened years and years ago. Well, guess what? They're being brought up now. And he was forced to resign. So these things, you see, we're living in a very different climate, right? In a different climate now. People are speaking. People are recording things. People are, being more vocal, right? So let's not be afraid to talk about the things that are harmful to us, especially the abuse of women and children, right? We need to speak on these things. So saying, oh, because the ancestors, you have to accept that there's some things that your ancestors did that were not good. You have to be able to admit that, right? So unfortunately, this is where we are. This is the climate we're in now.
Please, if anybody wants
I agree with you, Afro. I agree with you, Afro. But the thing is that I just don't support them to actually kind of keep a blind eye. For example, let's address Abraham, and Hagar and the wife, right? And the wife actually pointed to Hagar to be used as a property. But for some reason, they don't see that. They turn around and actually just point fingers to everybody else now. Have the ability to actually understand that that's chattel slavery, and that what if they're actually welcoming that God, that means that's what you support, right? So I'm just saying, take accountability and just make sure you call everybody out. Okay, that's it.
Yes. And also, this should be a lesson to all of us as well. Yeah, this should be a lesson to all of us that the way the world is moving now. Yeah, everyone has to be careful. Everyone has to be careful because you don't know who's recording, you don't know who's looking, you don't. So yeah, just everyone be careful. God killer, you're gonna say something. Hello, vessel of dishonor.
Yes, I mean, I was just, well, I would first like to start by commending Mrs. Smith, because he definitely has evidence to show that our ancestors were not all as brilliant as we would hope, which should be evident. I mean, it should be already, it's a logical conclusion. Not everyone is an intelligent and smart and moral and, upright person. And he was a very good protagonist. He got the guys, heating up and misunderstanding the point. But I mean, I also got concerned when he seems to take it too far. When I say take it too far, would be like saying there are days when it's forbidden to go to the farm and stuff like that. It's not all of our cultural practices.
Who is this one now? Wait, one second. Hey, say fast. Hey, what kind of music is that?
Well, ma'am, I just wanted to rebuttal on the conversation by saying, well, I don't think it's obviously it's not all of our cultural and traditional practices were bad, and for someone who has anger, I mean, the thing is, yeah, to have the signal, that the sign or the symbol that he has next to his name. I was hoping he would know something about it, but he says it's just for aesthetics. So no wahala. But
I know a lot about
that
it.
That comes from what you also said, that this thing is the same shit. African culture. Well, that's what it sounds like. The same shit as the Christianity we're talking about.
Killer, please don't strawman me. I didn't say that. I said No, I didn't say that. I didn't say all cultural
didn't say the
African
same shit.
culture. No. I said beliefs. Some of the traditional beliefs are the same as the Christians ones. So, for instance, right?
No, he
But this
said
is
beliefs.
that's a
Yeah,
different
beliefs. I
statement. When
heard
you
that.
say some of the traditional beliefs, that's a whole different statement. Trust me.
No. Okay. Let me even say that is what I said. Okay, I didn't say it the right way. Now let me put it the right way.
Because you're too passionate going into that part. I feel like you're being unbalanced. But I understand your point.
Okay.
Calm down.
Okay, let him. He's about to correct. Let him correct
The
it.
point
And
is, I didn't say that,
move
right?
on.
Because I want to, I am here not to argue, right? I want to learn. I would even grant you that and say, even if I say that, I am sorry. But what I meant was, not all our beliefs and cultural practices are logical. They are the same as some of the beliefs that you will find in Christianity and Islam that are not the same. So they are the same shit. That is what I meant by that. I don't mean that all cultural practices are in Africa are stupid, they are harmful. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that some practices and beliefs are the same way you find them in other religions. That's all I'm saying.
Then I won't I won't come at you.
Yeah.
Because my
That doesn't mean anything to me.
My people say do not go. My people have 2 cultural days when you're not supposed to go to the farm, right? Let me just round it up. Let me just run it up because I'm saying like I started to let's say go against him when he was talking about don't go to the farm. I'm like, wait, in my culture, I know why they do that. I know exactly why they do that. It's
Why
not
what?
because
Why they
it's not
do what?
because the gods will be angry.
Why they
It's
do what?
because why there's a day when it's forbidden to go to the farm to work the land.
And what's the reason? What's the reason for it?
It's because there's the council, right? What they call the Quifon, the people who actually make decisions about the activities in the land. They're meeting in the palace that day, and it's actually open. Every single person in the village can and is advised to be there. So and the fear they put in you, especially like let's say for the younger people, they tell you if you go into the farms, you would get caught by a specific masquerade, but you get to dance together with that masquerade on the yearly festival. So I was just trying to come in with that one.
I think what you're trying to say is looking back at some of these practices, traditional beliefs. Some of them they meant well, right? They meant well, but it's how they went about passing on those ideas, right? The narratives that they told were a bit skewed in a sense. Look at someone, all it is, they just want people to attend the council meeting. That's all. That's the people. Oh yeah, we are closing this thing down because attend council meeting. Simple. But no, if you go to the council
Not
meeting,
everyone will respect like
masquerade, you come and masquerade, you masquerade.
I think
that's
it's
how
like
you get
people are normally scared of the divine punishment than maybe that is what they think, that if they say if you don't come to the gathering, will punish you, people will still go to the forest. So they will tell you that if you go and meet the gods there. So that one will scare them more. Because even in Ghana, I remember in Ghana, there is this thing that when you are bathing, you don't sing. And when I was a child, I never sang a song because they told me that if you sing, your parents are going to die. Sorry, unalive. Not knowing the reason is because of the soap that will get into your mouth, and the soap contains chemicals. So swallowing chemicals are not good. Instead of them to just tell us that soap will go into your mouth, they have to come up with some like fear mongering. Just tell the kid soap will go into your mouth. Don't sink. That's all.
And then that child will grow up, right? And then pass on that same narrative to their children. And before you, it's just crazy.
Okay, continue.
Even communicating this to us, we're
yeah,
not good
African
at all.
culture.
Just tell us the truth.
Sorry,
That's
our
all.
culture is a little superstitious, to be
The
honest.
brother from
Yes,
Ghana, please,
but
can you hear me?
it's because we cannot all
Brother from Ghana, can you hear
we
me?
cannot all have the
Yeah,
same knowledge
radical.
at the
I'm
same
here. Me
level. So
them
the
God killer.
layman
We are all.
is taught to
Please,
have
I
some
want to
feelings
make a
about
correction.
stuff that other people know.
There's something you said is not correct. I want to give you correction, please.
What's
Okay.
that?
You were making comment the other time. You said if I base on tribal or ancestral lineage, that I will be the biggest naive person. No, you're
No,
not
no,
correct.
that's not what I said. That's not what I said. I
You're not
said
correct because
no,
the nature
radical,
itself is based
radical.
on
That's not what I said. I don't know why radical always changes what I
your
say.
tribe.
Radical,
That
that's
was
not
what
what I
you
said.
Radical, he said that's not what he said. Let him
Okay,
correct
so
himself.
let me repeat what I said. Radical, I said if you are someone, right, who always judge things with ethnic, religious, or tribal lens, you would always be biased. We should throw away race, ethnicity, or religion when we are trying to judge things so that we can actually be fair. So, for instance, if I am a Ghanaian, right, and I'm an Akan from Ghana, and I want to look at things from my tribe and look at my tribe and be like, oh, my tribe are very good. They are this, I will be biased. Sometimes, even if there is a bad thing coming from my tribe, I should be bold enough to criticize it and not say because I'm from this tribe, so I'm going to defend it. No, that's what I'm trying to say.
My question now is, have I defended any evil of my ancestors?
Initially, when it came, you were like, our ancestors were like, they were not bad or something. And I'm saying that there are bad things that they did.
No. That was an example I gave you earlier. That in my place, there is this claim that our ancestors were killing twins. If once they give birth, sorry for that word. Once they give the birth to twins, they see it as evil, something that they haven't seen before. So they unalive the twins. This story has been on, even now as I speak, it's still going on, but there is no evidence to trace, no trace of any evidence. You understanding me?
Oh, yeah, I get you.
I was thinking maybe that was what is happening in your own side too.
Oh, okay,
And
okay. No,
remember
my tribe,
also, I said once evidence, if there's evidence, there's no problem. Did you see me speak again? I think you read it from one source.
Oh, I get you.
But I'm saying that it's not all the story you hear about
That's
Africa.
true. Yeah, that one I agree with you. Yeah, that one I totally agree.
That's what I wanted to tell you.
Oh, okay.
I will be the last man.
I think with this we are on the same page. Radical. Then I think with this I totally agree with you. Not everything they say about our forefathers are true. That one I totally agree with you. Yes.
That was what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much. So host, I think right now we've come to a consensus. So maybe we can go back to the topic you brought today.
Yes, honestly, yes. I think we were together since the onset. It's just that maybe some of us needed some balance.
Misunderstanding.
Yes,
God killer.
sorry.
God killer. That voice is familiar.
It's me.
Really? Why did you change your name now?
I didn't change.
Mr. Zeal.
It's just a no mercy for God account.
Mr. Zeal. Where have you been, safe?
I did. On the streets of TikTok. Like I said, this is for no mercy on God and all these pastors and believers.
A God killer.
Yes.
Host, today I saw something that was so funny. So I don't know if anybody did science in JHS or SHS, and then you see pressure, how pressure applies to different holes when you make holes on a can, and then you close the top of, and you pour water in it, and then you close the top of the bottle. You see that the water will not flow. When you bring out your hand, the water will start flowing in the same direction. This experiment has been done in school. I saw a certain guy doing it Nigeria, and people were so fascinated. They were saying, "Hey, juju in Nigeria," and they were so, and I was like, "Ha,
oh Lord,
hey, God!" Like, if that is why I just realized that is why juju is always in the village, because village is where most ignorant and uneducated people are. So we don't know what is going on there.
Yes.
How can this basic thing that we all learned in school, like application of pressure, how pressure can apply in different directions? This thing, I learned it in JHS1. We did an experiment in school where we were told to even bring empty milk tin of milk, the empty one. We bring it, and then they will make us make holes around it, and then they'll put water into it, and then they would make a hole on the top. So you put your finger there, and the water will not flow. Immediately you remove it, the water will start flowing. And this guy was using it, and people were just videoing, and they were saying, "Hey, miracle, miracle. Juju, 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 juju." I was like, what the hell? Oh, I understand why the politicians don't want education to be better, so that they can fool people like that forever and ever. Because if you are fooling someone who is educated, difficult. Uneducated minds can easily be manipulated. I understand it now. No, me, I don't believe in any God. I beg, I don't believe in any God. Unless the God is a very slim woman with big ass. That one I believe.
Hey, Mr. Smith. See what you they like worship. See where you go service every Sunday, Mr. Smith.
If you invite me to church, I will come. If for all night service, I will come. Yeah, I like my woman slim and big ass. So that one, if you invite me to church, I will go.
This Mr. Smith followed the woman to church, and she converted him to Christianity.
Oh, do you know I became a Muslim? I told you I was once a Muslim.
I don't remember that.
Oh, I remember I told you I was born into a Christian home, but I changed churches sometimes because of women, sometimes too. I just wanted to. Yeah. Me,
follow women to the church.
For me, I don't argue with women what my faith is, right? I don't tell women believe in God, because women are mostly, sorry to say, women are mostly religiously attached. So if I see a girl I like, if she tells me, "Oh, do you believe in the Bible?" I will say yes. Because with women, I don't argue with them. Sometimes they become so attached to religion that if you like them and you say you don't believe in God, they might not date you. So me, I don't argue with them. Immediately I meet them, they say, "Oh, I went to church. I want you to follow me. I'll come with you. If I get what I want, bye-bye."
Hey,
yeah.
Come on now.
With my boys, we do arguments every
I think you should be honest. You should be honest and say, "Look, I don't."
Honest with Ghanaian religious women. Ghanaian, you won't get one. If you tell them you don't believe in God, you won't even get one. They won't even get close to you. You come to Ghana and see what is going on. If you tell a Ghanaian girl you don't believe in God, you will die of hunger.
Which kind of hunger? What kind of hunger is that?
Yeah, you know the hunger I'm talking about. They won't give it to you. So me, I don't do arguments with women or Ghanaian women, especially if I like that person. I don't do that. There is no logical conclusion that you will tell them for them to believe. So yeah. Unless maybe immediately I meet you, you tell me you are a non-believer. Yourself, then you won't get some. You won't get some. No Ghanaian woman will marry you that if you're an atheist. So they see atheists as some demonic, possessed, evil, Hitler. They even see an atheist more like they fear atheists more than Hitler. Me, I don't do that. Ghanaian women, I don't do. Oh, so pardon me for this, but me, I never argue with a Ghanaian woman that I don't believe in any God. Because sometimes when I go to places and I see a woman there and be like, "Oh, which church do you go to?" And I'll tell her, "Oh, I'm a Methodist." Yeah.
Just lie for some ass.
Yeah, because these days, if you're even filling some forms, right, they will just give you, "Are you a Christian or a Muslim or a traditionalist?" Do you get it?
So there's no space for, "Are you an atheist? Are you?"
Yeah, they don't give. And woe betides you if they give you that list and there is an atheist on it and you tick atheist. The person is not even going to imagine if you're searching for a job and the person is a church leader and you go and take atheist. You are not getting the job even if you are qualified. So yeah, so you know how Africans use religion to do politics and stuff. So me, yeah. Sometimes I pretend as if I am a Christian, but I am not. Sometimes when I meet Muslims, because I was once a Muslim, I act like I am a Muslim because yeah, especially when it's a Muslim lady. Yeah.
Unfortunately, this is what happens when the religion is the
dominant.
Dominates. Yeah, other people are forced to, conform to the religious beliefs because everyone. In fact, I even heard that, like now in Nigeria, you want to rent a house, your religion matters. The religion, whoever is some landlords will not rent the house if that person is not Christian like them. Some of them will not rent if you're not a Muslim like them. This is one of the criteria for renting. So it's crazy.
Just imagine that someone is not giving you their house because you are not a Christian or a Muslim. So just imagine a girl that you would want to date. Do you think she would give you the chance to date her if you're an atheist? So but with the guys, with the men, a lot of the men, when I'm arguing with them, they don't take it personal like women. I don't know, but women are so attached to religion from my experience. Like with the men, sometimes even though they don't agree with you, but they are cool with you. But women, they won't even talk to you again.
Just as we were saying, not to generalize. Look, we know. I know.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of women, but generalizing also.
Okay, so when I say that, I mean like some of the women that I've come across. Do you get what I mean? I'm not saying all the women. Yeah, the ones that I've come across. Yeah.
Okay, I understand. I understand that. And this is why we're bringing back godless dating for people who don't believe, people who are agnostic. Let me do this puzzle thingy. What's this? Sorry, let me do this puzzle.
So the Christians are not coming up. I don't know why.
It's okay. They don't want to come up. Yeah, it's okay. There's this guy. There's any space? No. Let me make space for Christian. Okay. He wants to come up. He's not a Christian, but he's saying that we should go back to not spirituality. What was he saying? Go back to something. I can't remember.
So we should go back to our ancestral worship and spirituality.
King is requesting.
Oh, you can bring me down if there are no space. You can bring me down and bring him up.
It's okay. It's okay. I think for tonight, I'm going to call it tonight, people. Tomorrow, I want to.
Are you not in Nigeria?
No, not in Nigeria.
Okay. I would have said maybe is it not 2 a.m. at your place because it's 1 a.m. in Ghana.
Oh no! I'm not in Nigeria.
It's 1 a.m. Yeah, I'll go and sleep right now because
I
have something in the morning today.
Yeah, I didn't even plan too long today because.
Thank you that I can
okay. I just
you.
like to say one or two things. Come on up and say one or two things. All right, say what you want to say. Where is the guy? I thought I brought him up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now, yes.
Okay, so what I wanted to say was that religion has done so much damage, and I said before, I'm not a religious person at all in any form. So what I practice is what I explained earlier. I said spirituality, and my form of spirituality is not the traditional African spirituality, which sheds blood and everything like that. And what I've done was when I disconstructed Christianity, because I was born into a Christian home, I was seeking for the truth and how I can actually get to know the truth about how this world works and how everything is being placed. And I found so many loopholes in these religions and everything. And what I could arrive at was that all these parts have all these loopholes. So I made my research, did a little bit of research and everything, and I discovered that all these parts, all these religions, they point at each other's darkness every time. That is why you see a Muslim will keep insulting a Christian will keep insulting a traditionalist and everything without realizing that they all have their own dark parts. Now, Christianity now, the book they read is not it's just like somebody watching a part one of a movie or watching a part two of a movie without watching the part one and thinking he has already seen the whole movie. You understand? The book they read is being edited and highly filtered because um, most of these apostles that Christianity actually knows, that they say they follow Jesus Christ, most of them wrote uh, their um, their gospels and what they think about what they understood about what Jesus was preaching. So these books have been removed from the Bible, and some Christians follow this Bible and not realizing that it's been used for as a tool for control. Because even when I did my research, I discovered that this thing is being twisted. You don't even understand the religion they are practicing. The religion is now based on control, used as an instrument of fear. Don't see the pastor, you cannot make it to heaven. If you cannot see your pastor or go and report to your prophet, you cannot see God. The doctrine is a sky daddy in the sky, like a God in the sky that we have to obey and fear. I don't know why we have to fear something that created us. Of which the truth is, when we read the other gospels that were taken out, it all points to one thing, and it makes us realize that the doctrine of the person they actually call Jesus is not the actual doctrine that is inside the Bible currently. Of which it is very fascinating. When you do your research, you will actually know the truth that even it was in a scripture, like in a scripture called the Gospel of Judas. That is this Judas account, the person that they all insult and say is a betrayer and everything, without even knowing that Jesus is the one that actually orchestrated his own betrayal. If I tell some Christians this thing, they will say I'm lying. That I should find proof. Do you know people like to mystify things? The fact that they say spirit doesn't mean it is something that you just see one white something that will just appear to you and that one. As human beings, we are made of two components. We are made of spirit and we are made as a body. If you can
Really?
understand that, yes. If you can
Really?
understand, yes, really. If you
What
can
do you mean
understand that
what do you mean
this,
we're made of spirit?
yes,
When you say
this spirit is the
spirit, what
same
does
thing they
that mean?
call soul. This spirit is the same thing they call soul.
What is this? I don't know.
Yeah,
What
I'm
is
explaining to you that
soul?
this spirit is the same thing as soul. They just like to use spirit. We are a soul experiencing this reality in a human body. Is our body
What is
is
a
just a
soul?
vessel.
What is a soul?
Like it is your it is a kind of, I'm speaking from experience and I'm not forcing my belief on anybody, but I'm just saying my
No,
own
just tell us what
perspective
a
of
soul
things.
is.
I'm
Tell
just
us
trying
what
to
a
say
soul
as a
is.
disclaimer. So a soul is like a divine self, like a part of yourself that knows more than this actual self of yours, like this actual body. It knows more than you. It has lived, like some people are actually here for the 100th time. Their soul is very old. Their soul
What?
is very old. This thing I'm saying, you can actually research on it and
They
find
they
out.
they they've been here for 100 times,
Yes, and they are
and
here
their
to just
soul is
remember.
old.
Yes, and they are just here to remember themselves, which is something
Wahala.
our ancestors have believed and practiced in ancient times. You can research on all these things, and if you look at all these parts like Buddha, Hinduism, and everything, they all point at the same thing, that they believe in this thing I'm talking about. Yes, they believe in reincarnation, and it is different. Like it is different view in different parts, but they're all talking about.
We don't believe in reincarnation. Sorry.
If you don't believe in it, fine. I'm not. That's why I said I'm not forcing my belief on everybody.
No, it's not about forcing. You made a claim just now that we are made up of two parts.
Yes.
And where do you get this information from? Who told you that?
It's something I researched on, and if you research on it or look for it online or Google about it, or just find, if you have a ChatGPT or something, you can just type it in and see what humans are made of.
But when you look at the human body, you study biology, there's no such thing as a spirit or a soul.
Yeah, okay, let me give you an instance.
So
what
the
the
human body, head to toe. I don't know where the soul or the spirit is located.
Everything I'm talking about is the same thing science is talking about. The same thing I'm talking about. Science is talking about the same thing. Let me explain to you.
Science is not talking about soul and spirit. No.
Let me explain to you. No, it's called a different term in science. That is why in science.
What do they call it in science?
It's called energy in science.
Now.
Let me explain. Let me explain. It is called energy in science. Do you know what they call God in science? There's no God in science, but there's infinite energy, where all energy has been absorbed from or created from.
Can we leave science out of all of this, honestly?
I'm trying to explain and be logical so that you can understand what I'm trying to say. They are all pointing to the same thing, but different. Just like everybody is, I'm going to a state now, and I decide to take flights, and some people decide to take bus, and some people decide to take maybe a ship or something. We are all headed to the same destination, but we are on a different journey. Do you understand?
No, I don't. No. I personally do not believe in a thing called. I don't believe in a thing what you call spirit. Right?
Yes, I'm not asking you to believe. I'm just telling you my own account and what I have experienced.
People, we know what energy is.
But you telling us your own account does not make you right.
Doesn't make
you telling us your account does not make it right.
What if I have lived it and I've experienced it? Because
you've not. What have you experienced?
Gotten to a point.
What did you experience? What did you experience?
Okay, let me tell you a story of mine, and I don't know if you guys
here we go.
Listen to it.
Story. We don't
tell us a story that makes energy the same as spirit. Tell us a story that makes energy the same as spirit.
In science, there's something they call infinite energy.
There is nothing in science called infinite energy. There is nothing in science called infinite energy.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Something I researched on myself, and I actually confirm it.
You can just put what you search on your screen, and we will see.
You can
energy. We have different forms of energy. We have dark energy, we have solar energy, we have kinetic energy, and energy is in everything. Energy is basically what the results as a result of position of movement of particles. Or the reaction from particles. That is what we call energy. Calm down.
Okay.
So that is energy. You people will come and then twist things, scientific things, and make it look like they are spiritual. They are not. Energy is energy. We don't call them spirits.
Sorry, Mr. Smith. I typed infinite energy, and please listen to this. Infinite energy generally refers to theoretical, unsustainable, or fictional concepts rather than practical physics. Here. Infinite energy generally refers to theoretical, unsustainable, or fictional concepts rather than practical physics. Scientific laws, specifically the law of thermodynamics, state that energy cannot be created, and perpetual motion machines, devices producing more energy than they consume are impossible. So I says here that this infinite energy that you talk about refers to theoretical, unsustainable, or fictional concepts
And one thing I've also realized is people who are not also mostly scientifically inclined are the ones that will use this spiritual thing and the funny thing is they can lie to people because you see in Africa science education is not that high, so people can easily be manipulated. So they will come and then be bombarding you with words. Even in science said it's good, just check it up. If you want to know someone is lying, immediately they say go and check it up. It means they are lying. If they have evidence, they will submit it. If somebody
They'll tell
tells you
you
go and read a
exactly.
book, go and read a book, it means he's lying.
Can I
I'm
speak
coming,
now?
King, I'm coming. I'm saying that spirit, there is nothing in science called spirit. Science doesn't deal with supernatural things. Science deals with only things that can be falsified, demonstrate, proven, and then replicated. This is what science does. You people come here and bombard us with different things, and then you people make you people go sleep. Me, the spiritual people, they are more confusing than the religious people. The spiritual people,
Exactly.
they are more
Exactly. I
confusing.
mean, the religious people, they have a book that they refer to. The spiritual people, you just make it up as you go
You
along.
can just say edit it anyhow. If you say this, they will twist it to this. How is energy spirit? Energy is not even spirit. The sound that I'm even making is energy. It's called sound energy, and it's as a result of vibration of particles. That's all.
Can I say something right now? Okay.
Yeah, you
So
can.
Yes, go on.
what I mean by infinite energy is being derived from what is called infinite consciousness. I use that term infinite energy so that you can actually relate to if I said infinite consciousness, most people won't actually relate to what I'm talking about. Do you understand? So that's why I said infinite energy.
Infinite consciousness. What does that mean?
You get me? So this
What is
you realize that
what is infinite consciousness? What is that?
Infinite consciousness is where everything is derived from. That's what people call the creator. So in different terms, everybody has different name. Everybody
Can
has
you
different name
stop,
for it.
Mr. Man? Mr. Man, just stop. Now is the creator. Come on now.
Hold on. Can you just listen
what is all
without
this?
debunking things? Can we just listen? Why do we fear the unknown? Why do you want to stay limited to what we know? Why can't we be open-minded?
Ken, do you know 1 + 1 is not equal to 2? 1 + 1 is equal to Dinson, and Dinson is the number that comes after 1 + 2. So basically, 1 + 2 is an energy that is derived from the emphatical word, and the emphatical word is where everything is derived from. Basically, I can do the same thing.
The same
What
thing
you are
you are
doing,
saying now.
I can just be bombarding words anyhow and tell people to listen. You are not just saying
it's not about bombarding words. It's not about bombarding words. And I'm not trying to argue.
You just came here to say there is something in science called infinite energy, and we just checked. It's a lie. You just came back to twist words again and say, "Oh, when I say infinite consciousness, some of you might not get me. That is why I just replace infinite energy with I replace infinite consciousness with infinite energy." Big man, you are just twisting and saying all
if you don't understand something, it doesn't mean it is not true. Do you understand?
You are saying the things that you don't understand. Don't come and say we don't understand. You are just saying things you don't understand.
How do you think I don't understand? Why do you think I don't understand? Something I've
because you
lived
came here
and
to
I've
say
practiced.
infinite in science. There is something called infinite energy. I told you that's a lie, and we just proved it. It's a lie.
I just told you the reason why I used infinite energy, so that I can actually, if I speak in some kind of if I use some kind of words, you might not even understand what I'm saying.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
So wait, hold on, one second. Hold on, that's not nice. So all along you wanted to talk about infinite consciousness, but instead you went to infinite energy. Why?
Because
if you're sure of what you're talking about, say what it is exactly.
Yeah, hold on. If I add the first time I said higher consciousness, you said what the heck was that? So exactly. I was actually assuming that if I have said the same thing using that term, like infinite consciousness, you might not know what I actually what I'm insinuating. So I came to something, a word that I can use so that you can understand the context of what I'm talking about.
That there is something in science called infinite energy. That's what you said. And I said there's nothing like that in science. That's a lie.
I was just trying to help you understand how science explains what I'm talking about.
You can't help us.
Science doesn't explain anything. Science doesn't explain infinite consciousness. Science doesn't explain infinite energy. That's not true, Master. Don't come here.
That is not the name in science, bro. I'm just the word infinite consciousness.
What is it called in science? What's it called in science?
I'm not a scientist, number one. I want you to know that for sure. But one thing I know that what I'm talking about, if you look into science, they are all talking about the same thing, but in different ways. They are all heading to the same direction. That's why I used the analogy.
Can you please just stop? I beg.
You might not understand what I'm saying, and I'm not forcing my beliefs on you, but I want you to research on your own about all these topics, all these words I'm using. So I'm not trying to force anything on anybody.
Hold on to it. You found something that will
force my beliefs. I'm not trying to force my beliefs on
anybody.
Get that,
but I'm saying all these things that you are saying.
Hold on, let me speak. I've been allowing you to speak since. That's why
I don't make any sense. What you are saying makes no sense.
It might not make sense to you because it doesn't make sense to everybody.
It doesn't make sense to you too. Yourself, you don't understand what you are saying. You are just saying things anyhow.
Hold on. We all have different levels of understanding. Who is muting me? I'm not supposed to be muted unless you are not.
Me, my brain cell they die.
Your brain cell they die. We all have different levels of understanding, bro. You understand? So the way you understand things might be different from the way I understand things.
Infinite consciousness, infinite energy, infinite TikTok, infinite pastors, infinite Christianity, infinite Jesus, infinite pounded yam, infinite ogbono soup. What the hell? Infinite wisdom, infinite.
I have spoken in
what even fascinates me is people come here and tell you that energy, something is energy. We know what energy is. We know what energy is. Energy is what any particle has, depending on the position of movement. That is energy. So when we say something is kinetic energy, it means that the energy that the body has when it is stationary. When we say something has solar energy, it's the energy that we get from sun particles. When we say electrical energy, it's the energy we get from electrical charges. These things, we know what they are. You people will come here and make us look like energy is something different. It is conscious. It is this. No. We know energy. Energy is a physical entity that we can measure, we can quantify, and we can detect. They have nothing to do with consciousness. They have nothing to do with consciousness. Is basically what happens inside our neurons and our brains. You people come here.
And also the definition, when you go and look at definition of energy, it's the ability to do work.
Yeah.
So whenever someone starts talking about energy and consciousness, I'm sorry, over here, you will be stopped to explain what exactly you mean. Right?
The energy.
We don't accept. We don't accept. You
just said it is the ability to do work, and this energy is one that is the creator of everything we are seeing right now. That is the source of everything.
Hold on. You're saying that the ability to do work,
to create,
the ability to do work is the creator.
You said the meaning of energy.
The ability to do work.
You said the ability to do work. That's what you just said.
Work,
now, right?
Yes.
So the work this energy is doing now is creation.
Really?
That's why I used energy. That's why I said from
the
this energy
now.
Some people call it. Some people call it
work is now creation. Come on, brother. Stop. Come on. Stop it.
When you create something, when you are creating something, are you not doing a work?
So, sorry, Afro, please, 1 second. Clefton, let me ask you this. If you say energy, how did you know that's like, how did you come about this energy? Or how did you come to this knowledge? Is it from science?
Yeah. The reason energy was because
here we go now. The reason why I said energy. The reason why I said infinite energy. Because I was trying to say infinite.
You asked me a question and I'm trying to answer you.
Come on now.
Okay, I may look insane, but have we tried to sit down
Yeah,
and
not
think?
nobody's saying
what
you are
if-
insane. No one
what
is saying
if-
you are
what
insane.
if
Nobody.
You are
What if-
delusional. You are not insane.
Nobody's saying that you are
If
insane.
you think I'm
No.
delusional, I have gotten that too many times.
Nobody has said you are
that is what-
delusional.
That is saying it right now, and you're acting like you didn't hear it. So if you think I'm delusional,
I didn't
I've
hear
heard
it
too many
actually. I
times.
didn't hear it. I did not.
Okay.
If someone
Okay,
said you were delusional, I didn't
Yes,
hear it.
Mr. Smith just said it. And
Sorry about that. Clefton, sorry. I beg, you did go really fast for me. Sorry.
You just asked me a question, and I wasn't permitted to answer.
You said I asked you. I said, "Are you saying
Go
God is
ahead,
this
go
energy?"
ahead,
Then
Anna.
you said yes. You answered me already. So, when you say energy, do you mean physical energy, metaphysical energy, or is it like just a metaphor you are saying?
It's not a metaphor. I'm speaking about something that is metaphysical, not something that you can actually comprehend. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Did I answer your question?
Then how are you comprehending it, Oga? Yeah? Not
How am I
something they can
comprehending
comprehend, but you are comprehending it.
Like what I'm trying to insinuate.
How are you
guys are
comprehending
getting
it
me
then?
wrong.
How?
You guys are getting me wrong. You guys are getting me
How are
wrong.
you comprehending it?
Like what I'm saying right now, you are not getting me. Like you are not getting what I'm trying to say.
To massage you tonight. You need to rest.
So wait, if we can't comprehend it, if we can't, Clefton, if we cannot comprehend it, how did you comprehend it? Because if you comprehend, if you can comprehend it, you should be able to explain it, right?
Yes, I'm explaining it. I'm explaining it.
Mr. Smith, wait. You have been talking for a while, Mr. Smith. Please wait, please. Clefton, go ahead. I hear you.
So why I said we can't comprehend it, we cannot entirely comprehend it, but we can say it to our own understanding. We can try to explain it to our own understanding. That is what I'm doing right now. Because
So then, when you say, if you say we are the one ascribing the meaning, right? Can somebody say this energy? Are you saying somebody can define this energy as anything? When you say we are the one ascribing it to, are you saying anybody can describe it how they want?
That is why I'm saying this energy is something we can find all around us, everywhere, even in us, outside us.
I'm not talking about finding the energy. I'm talking about defining what it is. Right.
I thought you said finding it.
Finding what it is. When you say you, explain it now how you want.
Okay. I want to explain it now the way I want. This energy is what people call the source of everything, where everything is derived from, the creator of everything we are seeing, even us as human beings. In religion, they call it God.
So exactly. So if you say this is energy, that's why I asked before, right? Because there are different kinds of energy, right? So like, is it physical energy or is it metaphysical energy? Or are you just?
I said metaphysical energy.
Oh, so it's metaphysical.
Yeah.
Because
so some people call it God, some people call it the source, some people call it infinite consciousness. That is why I was saying I didn't want to use the word infinite consciousness, because I don't want people to get me wrong. That's why I used energy, so that we can actually know what I'm trying to drive at. You get me? So it is
I'm a bit confused, Clefton, because you were initially asked to explain like the concept of God, right? And then you went to infinite energy, and now you are saying
that's what I'm trying to explain.
Will you let me speak, brother?
God, the concept of God.
Talk. My guy, you go let me talk.
Yeah, sure.
So I asked you, right? You were asked to explain God, and you said that it means like, you said something like what's they call them? Something consciousness, infinite consciousness. You mentioned infinite consciousness, and you said that was the explanation for God, like that, but you didn't want to go there because you wanted to take it slow. And then now you were asked again, and you said, oh, some people call it God, some people call it energy, some people call it different things. So I want to understand, when you say some people call it these things, what are you defining there? What are you saying some people call these things? That some people call it God, some people call it energy. What is this thing you are defining then?
What I'm defining is what people call God, the creator, the source, or infinite consciousness.
So then we are discussing about God, right?
Exactly.
So if it's conscious, right?
Yes.
Why call it energy? And also, if it's not conscious, why call it God?
Okay, if it is conscious, why I call it energy is the way the Afroetists have given me, she gave like a definition of energy the other time, like the ability to do work. And the work in this question is creation. That is the energy given in creating everything. That's why I said infinite energy. Do you understand? So
wait. I want to understand. Wait. Sorry. Are you explaining now what infinite energy is in respect to the definition of energy?
Yes, I'm explaining what infinite energy is as another word that people can replace as God.
So are you explaining what God is, or are you repeating what people call God?
I'm explaining what God is according to me.
By telling me what people call God, because you keep saying people call it infinite. You haven't told me anything you think. You keep saying infinite energy.
What I think.
Okay, so what do you think God is, or do you know what God
think
is?
God is the source of creation. I call it the source. I don't call it God because I'm not religious. Religious people that call it God. That is that is where everything is derived from. The word source is something where things are derived from, like the beginning of something. Do you get? If they say the source of this water, that is where the water is flowing from. They say the source of wisdom, where the wisdom is coming from. They say the
source starts somewhere, right? So if it is the source of wait now, if it is the source of all existence, what prevents it from being God, other than your so if it is the source of all existence, what prevents it from being God, other than you not liking the word?
Okay, the reason why I don't want to use God is the misconception of religion placing God in the sky.
So exactly, that's just because of your discomfort with the word and how some religions explain it, right? So what I would say is, what property does your source lack, or does your source lack that God must have?
Okay, what property that my source have that God must have is that I see the source as everything around me. The nature.
Yeah, that is what you see about the source. That is not a property of the source. What property does your source have that God lacks? Property. They are basically go ahead.
Okay, explain what you mean by property so I'll know how to answer or where to answer you from. Are you there?
1 second, please. Okay, no worries. So when I say what property does your source lack, right, that God must have? It's like I'm asking for a real definable attribute, right? Because for example, one thing we know, for example, now is your source and God. They both created everything, right?
Yes, of course.
So if that's one thing, one of their properties that's there, would you say God is conscious?
Yes, God is conscious.
So this source of all things, is it also conscious?
It's conscious.
So what property would you say your source has that God does not have?
Okay, God, as it is being put, is a figure in the sky that wants us to fear him, and if we don't, we are going to either a place he created for people that don't believe in him, and a place he created for people that actually fear him. That's God. But in my own concept, the source is everything that is made out of nature, or everything that we can actually see in this realm that we are, which is the world. Everything, the plants, snakes, the good, the bad, the ugly, the me, the you, everybody, and everything that is existing totally, even animals, is what I consider the source, or fragments of the source. Sorry, I didn't say everything is the source, but each and every of it is a fragment of the source.
Okay, I hear you. So what you are saying is God is a sky figure who threatens fear, hell, and right, all that kind of stuff. Yes. And then nature is like the source itself, right? Everything is made of nature.
Yes.
But that's not really an explanation, right? It's a category error, and I will show you why. What you are describing is a cartoon version of God, not like a philosophical one, right? So is your rejection of God, is it based on what God is, or Like I'm asking because you seem to like make it look like this thing source, the definition of it and the definition of God, they sound different, right? So if is a definition of God, right? Is it based on what God is or how some religions talk about God?
The way some religions talk about God is not sitting well, and it is a kind of misconception and misinformation to me, rather than
Then you
seeing
haven't
God.
then the truth is you haven't rejected God. You've just rejected the depiction of God.
Yes,
But the
that
more
is.
important
I
question
haven't
is
rejected God. I believe in God, not the Christian God, because I believe the Christian God is the Yahweh, the God of Israelites, just like the God that we have in Africa and all this Shango and everything. They have their own God too, which is Yahweh, which they have missed that they have actually thought is the same God, or the source. The source is different from that God. That God is not what I'm talking about. That God is a misconception or a lie, because there is no God
how
in the
did
sky
you
to me.
So I want to ask you this, right? Did nature create itself or did it come from something else?
The source creates itself.
No, I didn't ask you about source. I said did nature, did it create itself or did it come from something else?
Okay. The nature was the creation of the source. That is, it is something that was created by what I call like the action of creation is what I call that's what I use energy for the other time. This action of creation.
My
Do you
brother,
get my
what I
explanation?
asked you was create itself or did it come from something else? What you are saying is nature came from the source. However, that's problematic because earlier, hold on. Because earlier I asked you, and you said, I said, you said, I don't even forget the question you asked, but you said that God is a sky figure who threatens fear, hell, and like heaven, right? And you said source is nature itself. So if source and nature, they are the same thing basically, right?
Yeah.
How can source create nature?
Source, like you just said, it source and nature is the same thing, and it existed before any of us existed. You understand? Nature is already
Yet you tell me that source created nature, right? Isn't
Hey,
the
I'm just
source?
like
Or did I
insinuating
say
that
that?
nature is the source in itself. That's what I'm trying to insinuate. Do you get me?
So you are saying nature is a creation of the source, right?
Nature, no, the nature is the source. Every
No, yeah,
component
you're saying
of
nature. Are you wait? You just said nature is a creation of the source. Like, okay. So tell me, did nature come about by itself, or was it created by the source?
Nature is the source. It came about itself.
So if nature is the source, how can nature be a creation of the source?
Nature is just like a manifestation or a depiction of the self.
Okay, so the source then is not nature; it's created nature, right?
The source like created a physical realm of itself. Like everything that consists in it is equal to it, to the creation, to the creator itself. Like now, if I pick sand now and I'm speaking to a sand, I'm speaking to nature, which is I'm connecting to the source. That is why in spirituality, like African spirituality, in ancient times, this is what is believed. That is why they can easily discern and speak to it, and the Westerners can come and say they are crazy or they are worshiping idols.
Interesting. So if the source created nature, then what is the source made of, if not nature? Like, what is the source made of?
Okay. The source is consciousness. This kind of like some religious text we say. I'm trying to use this as something that we can use to understand what I'm trying to say. They said
You can
he
explain it
gave
to me. Hold
Adam.
on. You can explain it to me in your own words. No need to use any religious book or doctrine or anything.
No, I'm
I
trying
can
to
listen. No, just
make you
explain it to me
understand.
in your own words. If you can, explain to me in your words. Otherwise, you are conceptualizing it through what they think. Don't you think so? If you cannot explain it with your own words, then you are conceptualizing based on what they have thought.
Okay,
Don't you
I
think
like
so?
now let Now, let me explain something to you. The air we breathe in right now, it is called consciousness, right? If you lose that air for 5 minutes, they will say you are unconscious, which is you have lost consciousness. Do you understand? Air is nature, and it's called
if you are saying air is nature, right? Are you saying then? Because so let me ask you my question again, right? Because it's not my question you're answering. You are telling me what air is, and that air is nature. But my question is what the source was made of.
The source
what I asked you was if the source created nature, right? What is the source made of?
The source
is it made of nature as well?
The source is the nature, not made of nature. The source is nature itself.
No. You're not listening. You're not listening. If the source creates